Hello everyone, this is Luna, and I'm back with another video for Vanguard Zero. Time for the shutdown art to continue. And this is going to be quite the video to record. Let's just hope my emotions are kept in check. Here are the financial statements. All the data you asked for is on here. Thank you, I appreciate your help. I don't understand what you're going to do with this info. The company has absolutely no more ties with the Kiba family. Before you leave, one more thing. Those photos we were talking about. I suggest you check her mailbox when you get home. Maybe there will be something in there for you. Yeah, I heard about it. Shion Kiba, right? He's up to something. Impressive for a spoiled rich kid. No, there's no way I'd screw up. But thanks very much for your concern. I wish you wouldn't meddle. It's about time I taught Shion a lesson. One that's strong enough to persuade him never to come up against me again. A long time no see, Shion. Oh, I thought you wouldn't show up again. I guess I was wrong. After all, I did think about Yuya earlier, didn't I? But not you, you're the wrong one. I assumed you'd moved away with your parents. You know, when they were forced to quit the business and leave town. You're looking in great shape. You haven't changed, Yuya. Oh, yeah. Busy as ever with business meetings, leadership training, never a moment to myself. It can get pretty exhausting, you know. I envy you. No responsibility. Not a care in the world. Seriously. I understand you did quite well financially when Kiba was taken over. Well, please. Well, business is business. Please don't take it personally. And business is business. Please don't take it personally. Oh, full offense, but you deserve to suffer. So what is it that you want? I'm sure you didn't go to all the trouble of bringing me here to make me feel bad about what I did. I actually have a favor to ask you. A favor? I see. Well, I had to admit I like your modesty. If that's the case, first things first. Get on your knees and beg. I guess that's one of the downsides of being busy. No time to practice, Speed King. Ha! Who supplied you with the information that Kiba was going to be sold? Oh, there's no need to look so surprised. Actually, I already know the answer. I could disclose that information to the authorities, but before I do, I wanted to hear it from you directly. Alright, that's enough. So I heard a rumor that you've been searching for me. Only 'cause I forgot to ask where I could find you. Did you decide to use him as bait to lure me out? I've known him since we were kids. Well enough to, well, take advantage of him. I could have ignored you, but I didn't. Having small flies buzzing around you all the time can get irritating. I want to settle things between us. If I win, I want my family's sword back. It means nothing to you, just a bit of scrap metal with no value. But for me, it's a family heirloom, a symbol of the Kiba name, passed on from generation to generation. Oh, that's right. The Kiba name. So important to keep it going. What you're proposing isn't a fair match. I mean, what do I get out of it if I win? I've got a good idea. If I win this match, throw away your deck. Never touch the cards again. It's a deal. It will settle. We'll each use our own deck, so the loser has no excuses. Of course. Stand up, the Vanguard. You know what I heard? That you actually fought Toshiki Kai. Your team caused a bit of a stir when you were the first ones to win the Stargate branch quest. I never expected you to show any interest in the G quest. Why not? I'm a card fighter myself, aren't I? I don't know how you manage it, taking part in all those G quests, and yet you still find time to chase after me. You're full of surprises. I was sure you were going to ask me to return the Kiba Corporation, if you won. My guess is you wanted to ask, but couldn't bring yourself to do it, could you? And now that we've replaced the top management, Kiba is running very smoothly. The company is performing well. Apart from kicking out the founding family, not a single other member of staff has been let go. If you suddenly returned out of nowhere, management would return to its old ways, and there'd be absolute chaos. And this time, Kiba would collapse for sure, from its very foundations. That's the reality of it. Well, I'm sure you already knew that deep down. Don't expect things to turn out the way you planned forever. Well, choosing to struggle on. Laugh at me all you want. You wouldn't understand anyway. Oh, this is actually a very interesting box of dialogue. Laugh at me all you want. You wouldn't understand anyway. You have no name to uphold, no responsibilities to bear, and nothing in your life worth protecting. You go right ahead. Play your small-minded games for eternity. You're right. I really wouldn't understand. I'm not a spoiled brat like you, with nothing but my name to fall back on. So full of yourself, Master Shion. If this is what real despair is like, prepare, here it comes. Generation Stride. Oh, really, Ace? You're not the person that's allowed to tell me what real despair is. It's not that time of the month just yet. Generation Stride. Mist Phantom Pirate King. Here's Night Rose. Oh, come on. You'll never be able to restore the glory of the Kiba name. What's the problem? Have you already given up? You don't care about the Kiba name? It's that rusty old sword you want, isn't it? A rusty sword that's no use to anyone, and the fallen son of a distinguished family. Actually, they do kind of go together. Oh well, I must say you tried your best. No one will blame you if you decide you want to give up now. Seriously? Seriously? I'm gonna make you pay. Once and for all. That you suffer for everything you've done. So finally, the mask has come off. Night Rose attacks the Vanguard. I mispronounced that dialogue. I don't think Shion would have actually said that. But me? I'm a different person. I know what I said before in earlier videos, but in this life, I'm not rich. You know the problem with you, Shion Kiba? When it matters most that you win, you can't. Remember when you were defeated by Toshiki Kai? You only stayed in the tournament because your friend won his match. You were riding his coattails. It looks like you're not denying it. I'm not surprised. You know what the truth is better than anyone. So, this is your reality. You're right. This is my reality. Uh-huh. Why don't we put an end to this game? Get down. Kneel before my sword. Kneel! Now is the time to carve a new epic. To grasp hold of the future I desire. Generation Stride. Transcending the heavens, Alt-Mile. You're playing a new unit. Flap. I've known about your activity bases for quite a long time now, but they're not of interest to me. What I want to know is who do you report to? And no matter how skilled you are, no matter how clever you are, it seems unlikely that a kid like you could run an organization of that size. There has to be someone behind all this. That's the enemy I'm after. The one that I want. Is it Uncle Utsuki? Although I doubt it from what I know of him. He doesn't have that kind of power. I lost everything. But you know what? Doesn't matter. All my life I've watched from the sidelines. And I've learned a thing or two about leadership. If you're prepared to be laughed at, looked down on, and have mud thrown at you when you stand up for what you believe, you'll find your way to success. That is the reality I know. Ugh. I've been collecting a bunch of evidence, looking at all the new companies Kiba's been dealing with. Following the paper trail is quite complicated, but when you persist, it leads to an interesting destination. The Vanguard Promotion Association. I see it now. You asked for the sword so I'd let my guard down. A total bluff. Kiba's funds were sent to an organization connected to the Promotion Association, and specifically to Ryuzu Myojin. He apparently had some immense plan up his sleeve. Kiba was targeted as a potential source of funds. The one who's pulling your strings is Ryuzu Myojin. Am I right? Really, you think I'm going to tell you? Honestly, I didn't think you would. But actually, I already know the answer. However, I wanted to hear it from you directly. Ugh. Huh? Ugh, what? Hey, wait! Ugh! And that's why I thought I made a complete mistake. Arg! Wasn't that... Daddy, Mommy. I understand Ace's pain, but that doesn't excuse what Ace did. And honestly, I'm still pissed. But at the very least, I don't have to hide it anymore. That was actually Ace. And I'm going to be honest here, I didn't want to accept it. And that actually caused some drama. I didn't want to accept it because of what that would mean. And I honestly learned a lot, but I didn't appreciate when my ex he thought I was stupid for not listening to. Actually, I don't think he said anything about stupidity. Let me think. What did he actually, how did that conversation go? He just thought that, he thought I should have believed it from the start, but he didn't know what was going on with me. And also, even if he did, he wouldn't have cared. He didn't care what I was dealing with on my own. I had people that I could trust, but it was mainly from a non-physical perspective. And not everyone is going to believe me when I say things like that. And that is the problem. However, even though I'm mediakin, that doesn't mean I'm going to shut up about it. People can laugh at me, or they can insult me, or they can do whatever the hell they want. Just don't actively ruin my life, and I think we'll be fine. Anyway, that's going to wrap things up for this video. In the next video, maybe I'll remember something about how that conversation went. My ex just treated me like a moron for not realizing that it was on the entire time. And I can kind of understand, but also, I liked Dom. I didn't want her to be Ace. And I didn't want her to... It took me a while to forgive her. After everything that I went through. But, I mean, I forgot her faster than Shion. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap things up for this video. In the next video, I'm going to continue being a walking stereotype.